Hey everyone, and welcome back to Pyyro TV. I have the extreme honor of sitting here with the CEO of Ledger, Pascal Gauthier. Thank you so much for being on the show today. What I really like to kind of front up some of these interviews with is, in cryptocurrency and in blockchain, I think it's so important to be solving a problem. And so, can you talk to me a little bit about what problem Ledger solves?
Yes, of course. So thank you for having me here. So I think Ledger, in a nutshell, solves one of the fundamental problems of cryptocurrencies, which is securing the private key.
Sure.
Cryptocurrencies are about holding a secret. You own your crypto if you know the secret and only you. And if you tell the secret to someone else, then it's not your secret anymore, and then you lose your crypto.
Sure.
And crypto is amazing. It's an amazing technology, but that's the true weakness. And actually, I think crypto does better on every front against any other asset class, any other form of cash or currency, etc., etc. The only thing where it's maybe weaker is the security and the fact that through those private keys, you can steal crypto at scale.
Sure.
And what we're solving fundamentally for the end user and for financial institutions is to protect those private keys so they're secure through Ledger technology and they're never out. Like the secret, you will never share your secret thanks to Ledger.
And what I think is interesting about that is, with cryptocurrency, you kind of said it puts that power in the person's hand, but in the same sense, then all the responsibility is in your hands. So you have to actually know how to take care of the asset, which for a new class of assets is kind of like an interesting new problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great, it's a very interesting new problem. It's a great problem to have, but also it changes completely the security features and the security that you think you should have for your assets. I mean, before crypto, you connect on your Chase bank account.
Sure.
Never you think that you're going to connect and your money will have disappeared.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And even if it works, like even if it were to happen, you have it will never happen. But if it was to happen, you have insurance, you have many things. You can call your bank. There are many things you can do to recover the funds. You can replay the transaction, etc., etc. With crypto, it's very different, and so this is why there have been so many hacks in the past. Is that people have to shift from previous security mentality to new security mentality, where suddenly you have to be very careful with what you do. And when you set up an account, it's not just click, 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 I've got my account.
Yeah.
You have to actually take time to make sure you note those 24 words,
Yep,
that you know where you place them, write them down, etc. So it's very important that there is a lot of education that still needs to be done for, whether it's individuals or companies, that join the ecosystem, so they better understand how to do and what to do with their security.
Sure. And I know Chainalysis actually spoke about that over 4 million Bitcoin have been lost. That they think that more than 4 million have been lost, and that's just due to sheer error. A lot of that. So do you see a product like Ledger kind of helping bridge that gap between those errors that kind of come from that space to now being able to take a little bit more ownership and to kind of you don't lose track of those things?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's part of what we do. I mean, security is the first part. To make it easy to use is the second part. To actually help the user understand better the security, the new security features that he needs to put in place around his crypto. That's also, we feel also that's our job. The education. So yeah.
And so I noticed that Ledger says that it's certified secure, for the Ledger Nano. Can you speak to me a little bit more about what that means to be certified secure?
Yeah, it means that you can say you're secure, but how do you prove it?
Yeah.
And so there are many ways of proving it actually, but going through a certification process means that you have an independent lab that looks at your product and certifies that your product does what it says it does. So we've had certification on the Nano S to certify the fact that the Nano S is secure and does what it says it does, and there's no loophole, there's no backdoor, there's nothing. Ledger does one thing really well, which is security, and we're proving it through those certification tests.
Gotcha. And so, are there any other features you really find that makes Ledger, kind of a main staple in the industry? I know it has an app as well that integrates with it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think the most important thing, and that's why we had consensus this week, is the product that we're taking to market for financial institutions. I think that will be a big game changer in the months to come. I feel very good about that product. It's a great product that not only brings security, ease of use, but also governance. If you're a hedge fund, if you're a bank, and if you have like multiple people accessing funds, like how do you handle governance? Like,
Sure.
Because suddenly, one private key, not everyone can have access to the private key.
For sure.
And so I think when it comes to security for financial institutions, even exchanges, there needs to be an upgrade, and so we're part of that upgrade. And the product that we're taking to market is called Ledger Vault. I think it's very exciting, and I think it will enable the market in the future, because serious money cannot come into crypto if you don't
Without
have
that security, without
security.
that's interesting. And do you feel like that gap that between, let's say, between corporations and cryptocurrency is really like an education gap, where like they still have to kind of come to terms with how to work with it and how to use it, or do you see something else?
Oh, there is a big education gap and there is a big technology gap. I think when I hear cold storage or frozen assets, or I'm like, yeah, that's not great technology. And to put a computer in a dark room, that's not technology. It's just a process.
You can hide gold in the ground, but
something like that.
Exactly.
So I think there is a technology gap that we need to fill. And Ledger is part of that, and I think we have the technology that's going to allow the market in a few months to forget about cold, hot, etc. Like, you're going to have something that is temperature agnostic. It's going to be secure, whatever you do with your crypto. Because if we're saying that, in the future market, if it's frozen storage under a mountain with armed guards, etc., then you're safe, sort of. But as soon as you want to move those coins to like a situation where you actually have to use them, then it becomes hot, and then you're at risk. Okay,
then what's the point? Yeah,
what's the point? And on top of that, insurance will never cover hot wallets. So if you don't have insurance, how do you really take this market mainstream?
Yeah, because the big guys are going to want that.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
For financial institutions, but even for the end user. I mean, today we're saying that people make mistakes, they use bitcoins or they're being hacked, etc., etc. Okay, you know what? With cash, it happens as well.
Sure.
People steal cash from you, or hack your credit card, etc. But you get the insurance.
Yeah, and those third parties will take care of you.
Exactly. So, and the same thing will happen to crypto, except that right now, insurances won't come near hot wallets and the way that crypto has been designed in terms of security.
Sure.
Because they're right, it's not safe.
That's really interesting. Well, I really appreciate all the information you gave me. Where is the best place to find out more information about Ledger if people want to go a little deeper?
Ledger.com.
Ledger.com. That's perfect. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.